Before this video begin, be sure to follow my Twitch account. I do my Hero Ultra Rumble live streams over there. If you do happen to follow my Twitch, I will give you a kiss. So you're playing solo queue and you want to pick the best characters to play in my Hero Ultra Rumble. In this video, I will give you 5 of the best characters that are a must pick right now, along with the honorary mention. And I will tell you how to play them properly as well in this video. If you happen to learn something new, do me a favor. We are currently 200 subscribers away from 3,000 subscribers, and if you learn something new, be sure to tell me down below in the comment section. Remember to stay hydrated. So first up, we got Bakugo. You're gonna definitely love him if you love the aggressive playstyle in My Hero Ultra Rumble. He has almost no flaws. He has some mobility for himself, and he can pretty much take out half the entire roster list really easy on his own. The only issue is he can't provide much support for his team other than massive damage. Anyways, there's no real specific way to play Bakugo. He is meant to be an aggressive character. I would highly recommend still leveling up his alpha quirk, which is AP shot. It is still pretty good even though it got nerfed in the recent patch notes. Then I would probably possibly consider leveling up his grenade next if possible. His grenade is really amazing and it does a lot of nice damage. You're probably going to be using grenade a bit more often as well, because his gamma quirk is something that got to be up close and personal. So you're probably going to be in a predicament where you got like a medium to long range battle with an enemy, so you're probably going to be using your laser beam and then your grenade to pretty much deal damage from a distance. But other than that, there's no real specific way to play Bakugo. I would highly recommend picking Bakugo if you're a new player. You're going to get used to playing the aggressive playstyle with him. Your only issue is that you can't really provide too much support with your team, but the other issue as well is you gotta have some experience with aiming as well, whether you're on PC or console. Next up, we got our favorite strongest hero coming in second, which is All Might. All Might, almost like Bakugo, have little to no flaws as well, other than the simple fact he still can't really provide too much for his team. Like Bakugo, his alpha quirk is also very deadly to a degree. I think it deals a lot of damage when you do max it out. I forgot the exact number, but it's probably one of his best potential damage out of his kit, besides the little tornado and the little dash attack he does towards you. Now the tornado flat pretty much just reflects. It does have a percentage meter. Pretty much you can stay in it and get out of it quickly as whenever you want to. If you play somebody like Froppy or Mount Lady, you will be already used to this percentage meter, so I don't really have to say too much. All I will say though is just don't overdo it, especially if you're just not hitting anything. Only use it when you're gonna probably more likely do hit an enemy, or you more likely wanted to try to reflect ongoing huge damage potential that might kill you in a certain situation. Regardless though, All Might is a very floaty character, so there are times, a possible chance as well, you can get easily hit by other characters. You want to be very careful on how you play with All Might. That's pretty much it. Other than that, you want to load up your alpha quirk. His tornado is pretty nice, but it's really good to just reflect attacks and such. But like Bakugo, pretty much your only issue is you just gotta make sure you have some experience with aiming for his alpha quirk. His alpha quirk is really the best in this whole entire kit. Third up on the list, we have Froppy. Froppy comes from the rapid class, especially if you got another rapid class, or just in general, if you got a 2 of the same class, it will give you additional bonus. But while Froppy is somewhat easy to use, if you don't use it properly, she can be somewhat difficult as well. I would highly recommend building up her beta and alpha quirk at even levels if you possibly can. Both of them are really important whenever you come across a fight. With her beta attack, pretty much you want to do a jump attack, and then the moment when you land, you could do another beta attack, which she would pull off 2 times the damage with, instead of 1 time the damage if you just only use it on the floor. You do need to have some experience with aiming and possibly being able to catch up with Su tongue attacks. If you can't really move around perfectly while hitting an enemy, then she will be somewhat difficult for you to use. But other than that, she's a really amazing character. I highly recommend picking her for solo teams or whenever you're playing with friends. Next up, we got Cementos, which I will be doing a video pretty soon on Cementos here. Cementos is very good at controlling an area or zoning out enemies pretty much. The only downfall is with Cementos is he can't prevent his own teammates from making important plays or escaping at times. Regardless though, his whole entire kit is really annoying and really good. I'm really surprised that King has even really buffed him in a way secretly, because back in beta he was actually one of the worst viewed characters. Regardless though, give Cementos a technical card and you'll be pretty much fine. You can control his walls where it goes. If you push backwards on your analog stick or hold D on your keyboard, you will be able to push a wall sideways. But if you push upwards, you will be able to create a wall that shoots forwards at an enemy. So keep in mind that Cementos can have direction controls on his wall. Besides that, Cementos is very good at keeping enemies like Froppy and Tina off his case. His alpha quirk is really good at that. Not only that, his walls as well. But besides that, he does have a floor attack. Time to time, you can use your floor attack. If you jump up in the air, it will boost you up in the air. But regardless, it's really hard to say what you should level up specifically first. So I will highly recommend leveling up his alpha and then his wall attack. But regardless, his whole entire kit is really good. I highly recommend it for players that are just starting off the game. Last but not least, we got Todoroki. Todoroki do get some burn effects coming from his special action, and I believe as well as his alpha quirk here. But besides the point, he does create an eye shield, and not only that, he can freeze enemies, which is the best supported thing about this kit here. You could do crazy combos with Todoroki, and I believe Todoroki is one of the easily top picks that you should be picking for solo play or picking with a friend. Regardless though, I would highly recommend getting your freeze and your first alpha quirk leveled up. His ice wall is pretty nice, but there will be probably times you might just use it as cover. But there might be times where you might use it as damage as well. But besides that, his ice, including his alpha shot, is really amazing to level up here. Honorary mentioned Deku, the main character himself. Deku AP shot has to be one of the greatest in the game. Pretty much when you crouch, you do 2 times the damage as if it's a sniper in the game. But if you don't crouch with it, it's pretty much a normal laser beam just as Bakugo's. Not only that, he can auto revive teammate as well as Tina and Froppy could do. You could pretty much carry your team on the back when they're down. He also has Black Whoop, and he could also grapple onto buildings and such, or also grapple onto enemies to also do some combos with. And last but not least, he has a kick as well. I would highly recommend leveling up his alpha quirk, as it's probably going to be the main important thing or the main damage dealer that you're going to get out of Deku though. And that pretty much includes all the 5 characters that you should pretty much pick for My Hero Ultra Rumble when you're solo queuing or playing with friends. If you guys happen to enjoy this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Not only that, turn the bell notification on. Watch my latest new video where I played Gravity in My Hero Ultra Rumble and discuss about her bug problem, which is her grapple. Hopefully they'll fix by the next patch. Anyways, I'll see you guys in a new video. Remember to stay hydrated.